What's going on, world? King Book Bag here. That's BOOQBAAG. Stands for boldly overcoming obstacles, never questioning body's abilities about greatness. So Book Bag's most definitely more than a name. It is a lifestyle, and as always, keep your third eye open at all times. And so, at long last, what we're going to get into today is the audio and video, if you will, of Mr. Joseph Coles speaking with Miss Dawn Carter. Now, I want people to pay attention to a few things. One, his demeanor. Two, his attitude. Three, how he answers questions. Four, and most importantly, how he responds and how he talks about his own daughter, Kierra Coles. Now, it's very lengthy. It's about 40 minutes altogether, but what you couldn't hear in the live that I did yesterday, that I did on Monday, Motivated Monday, you'll be able to hear now in full detail. And so, you be the judge. You tell me. Leave comments. Please. Leave comments, whether it be on my Facebook page, Book Bag, or right here on King Book. Leave comments. How would you feel? How would you respond if this was your daughter? How would you be acting? How would you be feeling? What would you be doing right now? Would you be able to live life? Would you be acting as if it didn't happen? Or would you be doing everything above, around, and beyond your power to make sure your loved one gets home? So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Alright, so what's going on? My name is King Book, that's KYNGBOOQ. And so what I'm going to be doing is be playing the phone conversation that Joseph Coles had with Miss Young Dawn Carter. Everything was consented. He knows that Mr. Joseph Coles knows that Miss Dawn Carter records all of her phone conversations, and he is in Wisconsin, so according to Illinois law, because he was around people and he said that he was around people, and so he alleviated his own privacy, and the fact that the lady, Miss Dawn Carter, had said that she was around her client, and so that means that he knows that this was not a private conversation, and so in that regards, here we go. Hold on, dagnabbit, hold on.
Man, Joe, don't call my phone on that bullshit. Don't call my phone on that bullshit. What you want? What you calling me for? You living your best life, ain't you? You living your best motherfucking life, ain't you, Joe? Why'd you say that? Cause you is. The shit don't make sense. I've been looking at everything. What's going on? I didn't call you from my phone. Did I call you from my phone? Man, whatever, Joe. Answer the motherfucker. I seen all the receipts, Joe. You look happy as fuck. You happy? Say that again. Receipt for what? So when you was gonna tell me about you beating some woman, taking her car and shit? Joe, now you playing like you don't know what's going on. No, stop right there. No, ain't no stop right there. Joe, I trusted your ass. I trusted you. I trusted you, Joe. I trusted you. I put all my trust in you. I thought you was a loving father that was looking for your daughter. That's what I thought you was. Joe Coles? No. What you mean I better hold up? Do you want me to send you everything I got? that people been sending me.
Oh, this was today.
Joe, I seen the live. You thought Kierra was 28. Kierra is 27. Well, she would have been.
No. I have seen it right now.
Joe.
What is you talking about? Tell me so I can.
You said, what am I talking about? Okay, so you never was arrested for beating a woman and taking her car in Wisconsin.
Man, you talking about my ex? No.
I don't know who the fuck who was.
Goddamn it, listen. Hold on, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I knew you wasn't wrong when you said that shit to me. You're going to be on my square right now. Let me tell you something. I haven't been on live before. I haven't been on my picture. I can't get on my own shit. Let me tell you something.
Look,
I
done cuss Karen out. I done cuss Keisha out. Do I gotta cuss you out too? Y'all need to tell where that girl at, Joe. This bogus.
Joe ain't got shit to do with that. I'm going to tell you, get your fucking ear. Joe ain't got shit to do with that. If you listen to this crazy ass bitch with this, she trying to send me the prayers and shit. No, man, this is the bitch.
Oh, I don't even know who you talking about, Joe. I'm talking about Kierra. I'm talking about your daughter.
Oh, no. Hold on. I don't know motherfucking thing. That boy got on this shit and all that shit.
What boy?
Book bag that said that shit. Let me tell you something.
Joe, that boy know what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about.
He don't. Let me tell you something.
No. Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all, Joe. I got a brain and I got eyes. And I'm not even talking about you. Joe, I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about Keisha and Karen.
No. Am I right or wrong?
You know that.
Okay, now listen to me. Since you know we had this talking on, you know this. I wasn't fucking with you. I have not.
Oh, you been so nice to Karen, not my baby mama, and she throwing your hand out. I saw that shit.
Hey, figure it out. I'm going to hold it.
Joe.
Now, hold on, listen. I was talking fast. She showed up my last real fast. Listen, she never been to none of my business. That boy said that all that shit. Did you see what I texted him? They all can see how the same energy when I see.
What you mad for? What you mad at him? Is it true? Is it true?
Hold on. This is my man. You asked me a question. Let me tell you my man. It was her birthday. He had to send this shit to other people. So when I showed up there, other people think me too. You need to see this. I'm like, see what? He keep acting like he know what he talking about. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't play games.
Well, wasn't he working with them?
Hold on. I never beat up no one in Wisconsin.
Okay, Joe.
That's my name. See, for the fans again, let me tell you that now. Let me tell you something. If I had anything to do with my motherfucking door, you think I'd hang around up there now? Stop fucking playing around.
Joe, I asked a question. I didn't say what I thought.
No, you just like, no, you really go down. I'm saying, what's up? You like, hey, I see the receipts, my receipts. Because I don't really like them motherfuckers.
Joe, you look too happy. You don't look like a father that don't know what a celebration. How the fuck is it a celebration? How dare you still call her your baby mama? How dare you?
I did not want to participate in this. The only reason I did it because this is what my baby mama had explained.
Why are you calling her your baby mama? First she was Karen, now she's your baby mama.
But this is how I'm talking about because let me just say something. See, this is shit you don't know, and I don't think you do know. You know, she had some nigga getting up and talking about this was his daughter. Well, I don't know if she had.
Yes, Joe, I remember we talked about that in the beginning.
No, this happened. No.
Ain't no way. Kierra look just like you. I don't give a fuck what she talking about.
I know. I'm just saying. I ain't really bullshit. I text the nigga my number, and I told the nigga I'm in Wisconsin.
Joe, just say yes or no. Just listen to me, because I'm at work. Joe, Karen and them took Kierra shit out of her house. Right after the report was filed, right? They took her shit out of her house right after the report was filed, or 3 months later. Which one? No, that ain't what you told me, Joe. You said they start taking her shit out early as fuck.
Oh, no, I'm talking about when they moved the house. But yeah, you remember I told you they was going in there. Keisha was going in there.
Denise, Karen, and Keisha.
Right, this is what Keisha told me. I was just up there Tuesday. Keisha told me she has all the Kierra shit in the basement. So I said, was the fuck is the deal with this refrigerator shit I've been hearing about? They acting like they don't know what I'm talking about. But Keisha tell me she got all this shit in the crib. This was just Tuesday. Now they did, let me tell you something why I did the party with them. Because if Kierra was here, baby, that's what she would do. So what Karen them tried to do was say they was involved with it from day one. Then after I get the home, get the food and shit lined up, get the drinks and shit lined up, why this bitch called me talking about they having a party Friday? How do you know that shit Friday? That was at Keisha's house. Right, no.
Why she selling Kierra TV on Facebook? If you send a picture of the TV, would you know it's your daughter TV or no? Because they said you didn't even know her fucking age, and I was pissed at you, and I'm still pissed at you. Joe, you don't even know her fucking age. That's sad.
No. Today when I see this, she is 27. Me and Karen had an argument about that. Karen was so fucking disembodied, girl. She don't know what the fuck going on. I had to
She do know what's going on. Joe. Remember we talked about the video with the boy wiping the car down and putting the car back? They saying it's Kendrick. Now you don't know who Kendrick is? Kierra's brother. Karen's son. But that's what you told me, Joe.
What did Kendrick did?
No, we didn't say Kendrick did it. Remember you told me they couldn't see who it was?
I couldn't see who it was. Let me just tell you what. I was just told on the phone since you don't know who we haven't been told.
Go ahead, Joe.
When I say this bitch on food, this was the word that was given to me out of their mouth. Josh is the one to move the trunk and put it back.
No, he didn't. Get that shit out of here. I ain't believing that shit. Karen and them did something to Kierra. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Josh ain't had nothing to do with it.
Somebody else did. They said to listen to that. Keisha told me. Listen, I'm telling you what. They told me. Keisha told me on Tuesday. So, went to the car. I was with my ex. Same bitch you come up with this car shit. Nigga, you better hook me up on my
Joe, go on and get to the point. Why did you study trying to make yourself, prove yourself innocent?
I don't like it.
This is about Kierra. Why you study trying to tell me about you? Talk to me about Kierra. I didn't address you with shit, nigga. I blocked your ass. You call my phone. I ain't call you. Fuck you talking about.
You said, Joe, I am disappointed at you. I didn't know you did.
I am. Shit, I ain't know your ass was a fucking criminal.
It ain't the truth to you. You disappointed me.
Tell me what this monkey face bitch Keisha said.
Keisha told me exactly that was Josh in her man.
Of course Keisha gonna throw it off on Josh. Joe, didn't Keisha beat Kierra up? Don't lie to me.
No, I told you.
She said she didn't go to jail for beating up Kierra, and she just was tussling with her, and it was an altercation. I got her writing this shit. I can literally show you. And then she said she put in writing that she was with Kierra. See, Kierra died in September. She didn't die in October. Kierra, she said she was the last person with Kierra, and she smoked a blunt with Kierra.
I never heard that.
Keisha put this in writing. She said Kierra went to the WIC office and asked her what kind of milk to get for the kids. Kierra ain't had no fucking WIC, and if she did have WIC, she was only 3 months pregnant, so she wasn't getting no baby milk.
Kierra being Kierra, and I know Kierra, she was trying to live for things, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows she's going to have a baby, so girl, she's trying to all it, you know, she knows she can.
Kierra was not getting no milk, Joe. You can't tell me I had a whole baby, and I was getting WIC for him.
I'm just saying.
Why you taking up for Keisha and them all of a sudden, man? So now, Josh, y'all need to stop putting Josh in this, because Josh ain't do it. I'm not convinced no more. I'm not convinced no more, Joe, with the narrative. Why Karen? Look, Joe, you told the truth. You told us that one Kierra, right? Karen was calling you all kind of bitches, saying that you talk too much, saying that you talk too much, and she wanted everybody to think that was Kierra. Now, why would she want people to think that was Kierra? Joe, who? Now, no, you listen to me and I'm going to listen to you. Josh did not do it. And you told me Karen was fucking Josh. I believe that because she's a whore.
I said it's a possibility that she fucking Josh. I told you.
She was getting weed. But anyway, listen. If Josh did it to Kierra, right? Be his girlfriend. They don't give a fuck about calling Kierra off no motherfucking work.
Hey, listen.
That's some shit Karen and them did. Family did that.
Hey, listen to this. I've been trying to put two and two together, right? You remember, I'm just showing you what I've been up to some shit. I ain't gonna tell you what it was.
I don't know what you've been up to. You just seem happy as fuck.
No, I am not. I gotta keep my persona straight. You know what I'm saying? When I'm dealing with the white folk. Because, little do you know, they call themselves putting them on me. Did you know that?
Putting who on you?
The feds.
They need to put the feds on Karen and Keisha.
Hey, but check it out. Listen. Nah, they do that shit. Let me just update you because you don't know. Girl, listen. They called me in one day. They want to go to my phone and see what's going on. Oh, no problem. Hey, Joe, you straight. Long as they get no kick on it. That's brother. You fucking go to my motherfucking phone. Get all the information you need about that motherfucker. First of all, the business shit was that in Karen in here. Got him saying that it's a possibility Joe got something. What the fuck? Bitch, I wasn't even up there. Are you motherfucking serious? Oh, I went in one
Joe,
day.
I figured it out. I figured the whole thing out, Joe. You might. I don't think you really had nothing to do with it when the fight happened. But I think Karen and them told you in some type of way that it was an accident and Karen did, and you know it. You ain't gotta tell me. You ain't even gotta answer. I'm telling you what I think, nigga. I don't even need you to respond. I'm telling you what I'm thinking right now. Whether it's true or not, Joe. Whether it's true or not. Look, Keisha, Joe, go back and listen to the WGCI interview Karen and Keisha did. They walked up in that place and they was talking about Kierra in the past tense. See, that's what everybody ain't catch on to. They were saying Kierra was. And as far as I'm concerned, Keisha was the bossy motherfucker. She was bullying your daughter.
Oh, no, we know that already. Oh.
No, but she on there telling the people Kierra was bossy. She wanted to be everybody mama. Kierra didn't even fuck with them like that.
Yes, she did not. So when you tell me shit that it's a possibility of, I had to listen and keep my distance. That's why you don't see me on Facebook right now. It's not getting a controversy to it. Every time I get on my phone.
But Joe, if you know anything.
No, listen to me. Every time I get on my motherfucking phone, I did not pay attention, girl. The motherfucker was taking pictures of me. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My location, even when I turn my location and everything off, girl, everything comes back on automatically. I even turn my motherfucking phone off. Do you know my phone came back on? That's why I haven't been on my motherfucking phone. I let it go on for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me correct you.
Okay, go ahead, Joe, because I'm finna forget. Go ahead.
No. Look, I hate my people don't know. They only hear one side of the story. Don't ask me shit. Assume everything. But let me tell you something. This the same bitch down with me and you was talking on Facebook. That bitch said, oh, so you get who is that? You know, her.
Oh, it was her.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. This bitch like Michelle, baby. I'm in some listen. Who you mean? You motherfucker said you know, you pissing me off because you ain't understanding me. But listen to this. I'm down here fucking with this bitch now. That bitch did some stupid ass shit last night. Bitch put me out. Get the fuck out of here, dog. I've been laying low, baby. I ain't want no part. I've been taking my time doing shit. You see, I come up there every time there's a thing going on, or anything about Kierra, I am up there. I just had a party up there too. It wasn't no, oh yeah, they so excited. No, you motherfucking lie. I'm deep down hurt. It's just that I wasn't gonna let Karen do some shit without my involvement. See, what they told me was, yeah, Joe, we're gonna be straight on Tuesday, so we can do it on Tuesday because that's her birthday. I'm like, okay, cool. All I did was reach out to the white folk. Nigga, they had a problem about me reaching out to the white folk. I said, let me tell y'all something.
Who had a problem?
Karen, them girl, come from the plan. They wanted that deal.
Okay, so they had a problem, so they got something to hide.
Listen. I'm gonna explain everything to you. First of all, I had y'all know what this motherfucker did. They got me a home, which was cool. I reached out to other motherfuckers. We got food. That was cool. We reached out and got some drinks. That was cool. But then, let me tell you something. Karen, them came and handed like always. They was not, let me tell you something. We was at the party, nigga. Wasn't no fucking, we having a conversation. Only reason I probably said, like I told you, I was speaking. You know, I was already pissed off. Because me and Karen I wasn't even talking to Karen, girl. That's what I was doing. The same bitch I just told you about, Crystal. I was just saying, whatever information I want to know, because Crystal was a Facebook friend. Me and her ain't Facebook friends. I ain't asked
so Keisha got her own crib. I heard Keisha live with Karen.
No. No, the bitch got her own crib.
So Karen left that house. I knew Karen had a house. Joe, somebody said Kierra was small enough to go in that refrigerator. That's where she at.
But check this out.
She in the refrigerator.
No, listen. I ain't quiet about this shit, girl. Man, listen.
You steady going around now. I don't trust none of y'all no more, Joe. Oh, you right with them.
Well, that's how you feel, baby.
You is. You gotta be. You gotta be, because that's all you keep talking about. Keisha crib, Keisha this. Them bitches the one hurt your daughter. Y'all, Josh was the scapegoat.
Okay, so hold on.
Because you steady going around them, Joe.
Hey, girl, I'm in a fucking bus couch. You not listening?
Joe,
I ain't no fucking bus. Listen, hold on. Fuck all that. I had a party for on Tuesday. My son came. My son don't live in Chicago. He came. Dad, come go with me. I said, where you going? Going to Keisha's house. I'm like, what we going over there for? They want to eat up over there, kick it and smoke and shit. My son fuck with them heavy.
oh, you better make sure he wasn't the one behind that guy.
Hold on. That wasn't the same when I got there. That's why I know it's some bullshit somewhere. They too friendly to me all of a sudden. Then Karen telling me, oh, no, Joe, I don't listen to them. I said, Karen, I can show you every motherfucking text you ever said bad about me, text motherfucker. The last text she just texted me was a few days ago. It's about the boy making a comment talking about that's his daughter. So, you know.
What?
Yeah, I'm being belligerent too. I got right on this motherfucker, sent him my motherfucking phone number, and told that nigga I'm in Wisconsin, tell me where your address at, and I'll pull up. You see what I'm saying? So when a motherfucker try to indicate me, no. I'ma clear that shit up right away. I'd rather motherfucker like it not. Don't put no opinion on me like that, nigga. Because that's why I ain't on my motherfucking phone. Girl, it was going too much. And then when I just up there, I'm like, Keisha. So Michelle said, I have something to do with it. But why these motherfuckers ain't arresting me? Why these motherfuckers ain't sweating me?
They trying to put it on you or either Josh. They gonna put it. I'm telling you what happened. Didn't you tell me in the beginning that Detective Cummins told you that he thought Karen and them had something to do with it?
Yes, I did.
Okay then.
I did.
Okay then.
I'm not listening. I don't write my tongue. Check it out. I listen to them. I listen to some of the shit that people have on this motherfucker. Nah. You know why I stepped back? There was too many motherfuckers doing too many things. I'm telling you the things they was doing. Why is they sending me this boy address? Why did the motherfucker,
What boy? King?
Josh.
Oh, now they want to send you his address.
Listen to what I'm telling you. They sent me the address.
When they do that, Joe? When they do that recently?
Yeah.
You want to know why they sending you the address now? They want to send it to you in the beginning. It's because the pressure, people believing they did it now. The pressure is on them. I cuss Karen out. I cuss Keisha out. I got the screenshots. Them bitches don't scare me. The pressure is on them, Joe. That's why. They want you to go hurt Josh. So, look, he hurt Josh. He a killer. He might have did something to Kierra. They trying to take the light off of them, the light on their ass now. The fire under their ass. Do you hear me?
Yeah, but
They're trying to set your ass up.
Hey, but it ain't gonna work, baby. You ain't got no problem that shit ain't gonna work. What up, bro?
I believe Keisha and them put that shit out about you, that news thing. It's a news thing. Saying you did 5 years and you got a felon. You a fucking felon for that shit.
I did 5 years for what?
For beating some lady and stealing her car. It's a news release clip. It got your screen, your jail shot picture.
You smart right now.
No, I ain't smart. I just know a lot of shit.
No, this is what I'm telling you. You know my name, Joseph Holmes. Look at my criminal history in Wisconsin. You see what I'm saying? And let me know. You call me, make sure you call. Well, I ain't gonna say you call this number because it's my brother on the phone. And they have about the name. But this today. He wasn't gonna look me up, baby. I just tell you my name.
Joe, it says your name. It has your picture on it. What are you talking about?
It don't say nothing about I was convicted for beating up a bitch about a car.
It does. And it says it's from 2017.
Hey, that's let me tell you something. I did not get convicted for beating this bitch up because I did not beat the bitch up. Let me tell you something.
Okay, I'm gonna go read it again. Maybe I read it wrong.
Right. Let me tell you something. Had I got 5 years, How the fuck is I'm in West? How the fuck is I'm all the way in Chicago now? You see it? Hold on. It's 2019. Am I right? And this 2019.
Joe. 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 You gotta do what's right, baby. That's all I asked you to do. I told you from day one. I had your back, and you know I did. All I want is the truth. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, you need to stand clear of your baby mama.
Hey, let me tell you something. I stand clear. Let me just tell you because you don't know. The last 3 events I put together, God, this bitch Johnny on the motherfucking spot. Nigga, I told you every time I get up there, this bitch never showed up 2, 3, 4, 5 hours late. Girl, something else is going on. That's why people my distance from me. Why is they? Keisha just inboxed me the other day. Friday. She wanted me and Crystal to come up there to that birthday party, whatever they was doing at Keisha's crib. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't go. All them bitches suspect. I'm gonna tell you why I said they suspect. But we was at the party done. They can't. You see the boy King put bag, got on there talking shit or whatever. Girl, why you trying to push me into him?
Right, they want you, because they did something to Kierra, Joe. Won't you open up your eyes?
I do. See,
Damn. Look, Joe, only time somebody wants somebody to hurt somebody is when they guilty, okay? What they want you to hurt him for? Because he telling the truth. Because he is telling the truth, Joe.
He telling the truth about what?
About Karen and them, what they did to Kierra.
Okay, now listen. I know not nothing that she was saying. I listen to everybody, and I'm telling you from my heart what I believe. I can't say they did it. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So I don't put no sticking on them.
Man, get the fuck out of here, but you can say Josh did it. Come on now, you ain't even out of that nigga. Alright, so go to that nigga house, call that nigga, talk to that nigga now.
I never said.
The truth gonna come out, Joe, whether you involved or not.
Hey, listen. You wrong when you realize that you see that shit, and you like, yeah, my nigga think he got it.
And I'm not going off on you, nigga. You know I'm cool and calm. I'm asking questions.
No.
You ain't never heard me say, Joe, you killed Kierra. I believe I would have said that.
No, even Kierra.
It's like you switched up now. You changed. You different.
Wait, no, this only thing I'm different about.
Oh, really?
Yes, being away from the motherfucker. Let me tell you something.
But then you just said you don't know if they did it or not. You protecting them.
Right, I can't. Listen. Just because you say Kierra did it, I can't say they did it, but
I ain't saying it like that. It points to them. Who called her off? Who called her off work, Joe? Who would have her personal information? And then, remember you told me Kierra had $400? She took $400 out the ATM. How do y'all know how much money she took out the ATM? Who?
it's okay.
Oh, it showed her take $400 out.
Yep, no Walgreens camera. Took the money out and gave it to Josh. See, I didn't tell you she gave it to somebody. I just told you she took the $400 out. Yes, it's on camera that she took $400 off her ATM card and gave exactly 4 $100 bills to Josh. Yes.
Wow. I know. But I'm not believing that Josh shit no more. I believe Josh know Kierra dead. Yeah, and you know she dead too, Joe. I believe she dead. She's dead.
Stop right now. Stop right now.
And you, what the fuck you get mad at me for at the truth?
Because I don't want to hear shit about you dead until you put somebody in front of me. I told you that before.
Oh my God. Where's she at, Joe? On vacation?
No, the fuck she ain't. Let me tell you something. I let me tell you something. When you say these things, this is why my mom don't talk right now. I swear to God.
You told me that before, Joe. I can't do nothing but be real with you. That's because you ain't being real with me.
No, nigga. Listen, I don't know how the fuck else to say it. And I don't be disrespectful.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No. When you come and say, yeah, you know she did. I don't want to hear that shit.
Joe, ask Karen what happened to your daughter.
Yes, listen, man. I'll try to, yeah.
Who the fuck is that? See, you playing cards and shit. I couldn't function if my child was me. I don't know where my child at. I'm playing cards.
Listen, don't you see me talking to you on the phone? He just called me in this motherfucker. I got his phone.
Hey, Joe, why you ain't never... Look, Joe, I remember you told me Karen was a hoe. I knew she was a whore, but I didn't know that bitch was a veteran and she been to the service.
She ain't been in no motherfucking service.
They say Karen a veteran. They say Karen is a veteran.
Oh.
Now you need to go back where you can hear me. They say Karen is a veteran. They say she a veteran.
She is not a motherfucker. That bitch has never been to the army, man. That bitch ain't been nowhere, man.
finna send this shit up. They said she lived in a veteran home. Joe, I gotta get back to work. Call me later. What?
I wasn't playing devil. I think I can't even think wrong. Because I don't got my line ain't on. Let me just say this. I hear a lot of shit. I can't just run off the habit with that. I don't want to kill the wrong motherfucker. I try not to.
Who you gonna kill? Now you a killer too, like Keisha. Keisha the killer.
I don't want them to keep coming sideways that everybody got their own opinion or ideas of who they think it is.
And Book ain't even talking about you, Joe. He don't even be talking about you in a negative light. It's Karen and Keisha, so fall back. And the only way it's gonna make you look bad is you defending them like you in on it. Fall back. Nobody really said nothing about you other than that article and that you don't know how old your daughter is.
Man, they got their motherfucking mind about it.
Oh, and it was said before Kierra came up missing 3 days, she got into it with you. Y'all, you was cussing her out because you kept asking her for money. That's why I tried to ask you, did you ask her for money? She got into it with Keisha, and she got into it with Karen. She got into it with all 3 of y'all. I'm just telling you what they said, Joe. What the fuck?
Well, I'm just going to say that. You get it from what's the matter? Jay gave me shit. Not a goddamn penny. Kierra never gave me a fucking dime. Let's get that understood.
They said you always call her bitches when she said she ain't got no money for you.
Come on, man.
I'm just telling you what the people said, Joe. You gotta clear your name, baby.
No, listen, we have a conversation. I have enough for you to know. If I was going to be disrespectful, the only motherfucker I would be disrespectful for two is the bitch I fuck with down here in Wisconsin. Niggas see through the stupidest shit in the world and think I'm slow. You hear what I'm saying? Think I'm slow. Only thing about it, if I had the chance to see so much slick shit.
All right. So, first off, thank y'all for very, very much for tuning in and listening with me for about a good almost 40 minutes. Now, if you noticed how Joseph Coles was talking to Miss Dawn Carter, one, he was very irate. Two, whenever Miss Dawn Carter asked him very, very specific questions, he, like simple yes or no questions, he'd beat around the bush. He'd talk about any and everything else. But also, the level of disrespect that he speaks on women with, you know, that level of aggression, that is very, 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 very dangerous. That is very, very, very bad. Because, one, we can now see why Joseph Coles hasn't been really going as hard as he claims to be for Kierra. His level of mentality for women, you feel me? He talks to them too aggressive. Now I understand certain women deserve that. You know, there's a lot, you know, just like there's a lot of men who deserve to be talked too rough, but also there's a lot of women who deserve that as well. You know, so I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, people are innocent. But at the same time, in this case, when someone's being calm and rational and they're asking you real questions about your daughter, you would think they would get upset. Especially when the person is accusing you. They are accusing you for having some sort of involvement or knowing what has happened to your loved one, and you're just playing everybody for a fool. Like we boo-boo the fool. But one thing I want everybody to notice, most importantly, there are a lot of things to point out, but the most important thing is the fact that he could not talk about Kierra at all. You could talk about Karen, you could talk about Keisha, you could talk about Josh, you can talk about everybody else. But the one person who you go on TV, on the radio, on the internet, tabloids, talking and telling everybody, any who will listen, that you are 10 toes down for your daughter. How is it that you're not able to speak about her? Any last memories? Any advice she gave you? Any advice you gave her? The reason you're not going to see that is because, like I've been saying, Joseph also knows what happened to Kierra. He knows. When Miss Dawn Carter asked him about the refrigerator, them putting Kierra's body in the refrigerator. He completely ignored the question, and then he said, I ain't worried about that shit. I ain't worried about none of this shit. That's how you really feel? So your daughter is part of this none of this shit. Because that's what she's talking about. If y'all notice, Dawn's talking about Kierra the entire time, and Joseph is talking about everything else but. But we're supposed to believe that this is a man who gives a damn about his daughter. All that money people been giving you. And I know people, you feel me, personally, who's giving you money. And I've seen the receipts of how much money they've given you. What are you doing with it, man? How come you don't have your own t-shirts, your own Kierra Cole thing? Why you gotta keep on wearing Sir Finance? Why is it that, I hate to say it like this, but I have to. Why, this is your daughter. Why ain't you doing more than me? I'm doing my 4th song for Kierra. I've done 3 marches for Kierra. Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of live videos, flyers, and this here now. All in the name of justice for Kierra Coles, your daughter. You can say what you want about me, but what you can't say is that I haven't given my all to find your daughter. You can make up whatever speculation about what I'm doing, but what you can't say is that I haven't devoted my every last being for the past year to help bring justice for Kierra. Through my talent, through my speaking, whatever gift that I have and talent at my disposal, I have given without question, without monetary gain, without even asking for a handout. And I've never met this woman a day in my life. I've never seen her. This is your own child. But if you really loved her at all, you jump into action. You speak up. You start telling the real truth. You start speaking out and start pointing the fingers where they needed to be pointed because, damn it, your daughter is gone. If you're hearing a conversation, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Coles does not want us to talk anything about Kierra. So we have to ask this question. Did he ever love her at all? Did any of these people, from when Karen tried to cut me down for telling the world the truth about the fact that that's a phony, everybody knew it though, but I gave the confirmation. No one believes that's Kierra anymore, unless they're just completely stupid, dumb, and ignorant. You noticed, he was doing everything he can, like Dawn said, to make himself. Hey, you don't have to prove what you already are. It's like, you a man. You got dick, you got nuts, you feel me? You got facial hair, but you got these tattoos and t-shirts talk about I'm a man. You got everything you say, oh, the reason why you got to do something is because I'm a man. Nigga, we know. We know you're a man. Like, if you innocent, brother, you ain't got to go all the way. You notice when everybody was talking all this crazy stuff about me, when I exposed y'all, I stepped away. Y'all gonna figure it out, and guess what happened? Everybody got a chance to hear the truth. And then eventually, they tripped up on themselves. Keisha tripped up on herself. And now the world has no choice but to believe what I say. You made me out to be a truth teller. You could have made me out to be a liar, but you were doing too much covering up. You was doing too much action. You, Mr. Coles, you're talking too much, running up at the mouth. Your mouth runs a mile a minute. There is no love in your voice at all. There is no kindness. There is no compassion, no empathy. There is no longing in your voice. All there is on to the next, on to the next. That's all I hear. But I'm asking everybody else to leave your comments. How do you feel? How do you personally feel with this conversation? How do you feel for those who are fathers? And if this is your daughter and you felt that the woman who gave life to your daughter had something to do with your daughter's disappearance, how would you respond? For you ladies out there, if the roles were reversed, how would you respond? This was your family member, your relative, your neighbor that you cared about, your friend, your best friend. How would you respond? Your fiance, the mother of your child, how would you respond? Your sister-in-law, how would you respond? Please leave your comments and please share. We have got to get this Bama off the TV. If one thing this conversation proved is that there is no love for real for Kierra. There is no real love in his heart for Kierra, because behind the scenes, who was he talking about more? Himself. We need to get this Bama off the TV and the rest of the family. Now, there's going to be some sympathizers. Okay, I understand that. I only got a few more seconds to give you. I'm only going to talk for 10 minutes because y'all already been with me for damn near 45 minutes already. But how do you feel? Tell me. Share this. Leave your own experience of how you feel if you followed the case since day one or if you're just new to the case. Voice your opinion, because together we will do what the family has never been willing to do. Together we can bring justice for Kierra and finally bring her home. What's going on, world? King Bookbag here. That's BOOQBAAG. Stands for boldly overcoming obstacles, never questioning body's abilities about greatness. So Bookbag's most definitely more than a name. It is a lifestyle. And as always, keep your third eye open at all times. And so, at long last, what we're going to get into today is the audio and video, if you will, of Mr.